Hello, evening. Okay, this stream is an extension from yesterday because I know that I was taught, or sorry, I was told that there was an interview that I could have watched yesterday, and the interview is actually decently long. So I think it makes sense to have it as an entire stream, as something that you can discuss about. And it's gonna be good for me to really read into this interview because I'm gonna make one more video for Enfield until the beta test releases next month. So that's the whole goal of this stream. Oh god, why am I coughing? That was sudden. Okay, yes, hi. Evening. Good to see all of you after just one day. Was it one day? No, it's been 2 days. Because I didn't stream yesterday, did I? Yeah, okay. So it's been 2 days since I streamed. And I managed to pull off the video that I promised where I wanted to review what it was like playing the technical test and what it was after the beta test video came out. And I'm quite happy for how that video turned out. Here's the interesting thing about the video that I just posted. If you didn't know, there's a new video on the main channel right now. If you just popped into this one, it's basically a video that actually I edited. So typically in all of my videos, whether is it on the main channel or Cookie Altar, I typically have Caffeinated Cat, helping me throughout the entire year to have edited all of the videos. And the reason for that is that I was really not free to edit things on my end. So it's been a very long time since I edited my own video. I did edit like Reverse, for instance, and I also edited some things halfway, like the anniversary video that I gave for Reverse was also done by myself. But I never really had as much time. So I felt like making the most recent video was a comeback for me because it's actually my own take on the video that I haven't done in a while. I just did like a bit of a review over all the videos that I've done for this year. And you know what I'm surprised by? So typically when you look at like a YouTube page, right? You would see like your statistics and everything. So let me show you guys like my one, okay? Um if we see this. So these were the videos that I posted this year, right? And I'm shocked by how not present I am. So this page only has 30, right? And if I flip to the next page, like January started here. So this is like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I go back, I've posted 30. Wait, did my browser just went off? Hello? Okay. I've posted 36 video in 1 year. Like, you all know how many videos I did in 2023 and how many I did in 2022? It's so much to the point that I think in 2022 alone, I posted what might have been like more than 200 videos in 2022 and 2021 as well. And then afterwards, if I think of it now, like if I compare it to 2023, maybe 2023 I posted like 100 videos ish or more than that. And this year I really never posted anything, which is like such a different feeling. When like I posted this video and then I decided to review, I was just so shocked. I mean, I streamed more, so that in a way compensated for the less videos that appears in the channel, but still, like, I never created too much content within this year. Like, I think of content creation as producing videos for you guys. Of course, there comes the thing where I have Cookie Altar. So I think I started that only this year, and over there's like 40 videos. So technically, in a way, it nearly totals up to somewhere close to 100. But even so, it's definitely much fewer. And I apologize for the fact that you all don't feel my presence as strongly this year, just because I think this year was probably my hardest year in terms of like my personal life, I would say. How much did I make this month? You mean like money? Not a lot at all. Like I barely I feel like when I made my video for in the past when I did YouTube, right, I did earn in a way where I was quite impressed. That was a period of time where I think to myself, oh, if I were to stay on YouTube or if I were to stay on Twitch, actually I can see this being an actual job. Like, I don't think content creation is impossible as a job, but I again, the idea of it being a difficult job is subjective. There's the whole debate where, was it Kai Cenat? I think it was Kai Cenat. And people had this Twitter feud where there was a certain creator saying how it's very difficult to be a content creator. And my answer to that, or like my reply to that certain situation is, I agree that it's difficult, but it is not as difficult as some other jobs out there. Like, I think the difficulty of content creation is figuring out how to stay on a regular schedule and how you stay like relevant for an audience that is interested in you. And the less you post, the less off topic that you go, of course, the more tricky it will be in order to do it. Yeah, there's some people who will say that there's luck involved. Of course, when content creators make it, right, in a sense that it almost reaches the point that whatever you do, anyone will watch. So you think about it in the way of like VTubers, right? A lot of VTubers, in a certain extent, made it. So whatever that they do, anybody gets in. Especially if you have a brand or company behind you. So if, let's say, you're a part of the streamer companies, like you're in OTK, you're in offline TV, or if you're in Hololive, sorry, why did I say Hoyoverse? I mixed up the two words. But yeah, or you're in Visual Joe, that kind of thing. So in a way, you have that backing to feel very okay. Whereas for other people, I think getting to that extent is very tricky. I will say that I came into 2024 hoping that there's that whole mindset of, this is my year, it's gonna work out for me, and I'll make it a little bit bigger. But honestly, I think everything kind of tumbled for me even from the very front of the year, and I really couldn't put my attention to it. So I feel sad because there's a certain part of me that thinks, like, if I was a lot more active, what would things have been? I feel like I approached this year with that whole thought, because there's nothing wrong with setting goals, right? Setting goals is always good in order to make sure that you grow and you're actually improving. So I think when I ended last year, I had that sort of hope, like, this year I'm gonna make it to like 100k subs or something. But I ended that year, I think, only at like 50k, and I've only grown to what might be 54k ish, and I'm okay with that. I'm far from that goal, but I honestly understood that I never put enough effort to reach that goal in the first place. Not that I didn't want to put that effort, I simply couldn't put the effort. But I think what I look forward to is the next year, when 2025 comes in. Now that I'm out of university, I will still have a job, as I told you all in the previous stream, but I will have a lot more free time than I was as a university student. And I hope that I will be able to explore a lot more in terms of content creation, like be more creative, be able to deliver the videos and deliver my style of things that I would love for you guys. I've promised so many videos in the year that never came true, and I'm already starting to revisit those ideas and put it out there for you guys. I remember back then in like April, was it? Do y'all remember the tilt wave incident where he was being a menace in the community? And I said I was so ready to shoot that guy down. If y'all don't know what the incident was, it was, I think, he suddenly wanted, what did he want again? I suddenly can't remember. What was the outcome that he wanted? Whatever it was, though, it was quite stupid, and I was just so angry that he behaves like that as a content creator. And I was so ready to like call his shit out, but I don't think it makes sense to do it now since it's so past already. But a part of me feels like revisiting it is not in a way to shame him or to shoot him down. I think I'll make that very clear if I were to revisit it, because at the end of the day, it was, oh yeah, AI art. That was the incident. Oh yes, yes, yes. He was scolding Alchemaniac for like disallowing him to put AI art of Scotty, which is so dumb. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Why so videos? It's been a long time, no guides, not even one. I mean, I just didn't have the time to produce videos simply. But okay, I wouldn't say time was the only thing. Um, Honestly, mental state was another one. So I think now as I come back into like the groove of making videos again, because making this recent video just made me realize like I really love making videos. You all know, like I haven't done my own flair in so long, and I will forever remember that in the years of 2022. I wouldn't say so much of 2023. I think even 2023 was a bit of a low year for me, but 2022 and 2021 when a lot of people were discovering me through Arknights. I will forever remember the hearty comments that I get where some people say the reason why they really loved my videos were because I was a very enthusiastic person. Like a lot of people love my energy and it gets them very interested in the game via me. Um, I feel like that was what made me a bit more different from other people, other creators, especially in the past. But unfortunately, I feel like when 2023 and 2024 hit for me, I feel like that sort of energy, that bright behavior of mine wasn't as present. Um, at the end of this year, when 31 December hits, if you see in my past years of my YouTube, I tend to put like a highlight reel of everything that happened in the year. But unfortunately, I don't think I have the capacity. Neither does Caffeinated Cat have the capacity to deliver your like some mega compilation of clips in the year. It would be lovely if we could have done that, but I feel like what I will do within the end of this year is to give you guys a bit of a inside look to what happened for me, because I'll give you a short summary of what I intend to share to you guys. Although understand that the finest of details I won't say aloud in the form of the video, but I will describe a little bit more. That 2023 and 2024 I feel was some of the hardest years for myself. I don't say that in the form of just content creation. I think um I hit a bit of a rock bottom low, especially in 2023, where if y'all watch a lot of my streams back then, you will know that I shared it openly to you guys that I wasn't feeling good about the way that I live or the way that things are going on for me. And I was facing a lot of personal problems, whether at home, in school back then. And I think that sort of mental state was ruining me um in terms of being a content creator. Like I have the perspective that if you want to be a content creator, you must have both the your emotions and your heart in check. Like what I mean is, if I'm a sad potato sitting down here, funny I say that because I'm wearing brown, but yeah, if I'm like a sad potato and I start every stream looking depressed and sad, it will radiate to you guys that you will feel that low energy, that low vibe. So one of the main important things I've always told myself is do not turn on a stream if I'm not feeling it, because it wouldn't feel good. And I think about it the same way when it comes to making videos as well. Like don't go live or don't go creating something if you're not up to it. So I think unfortunately, um when 2023 hit, right, uh, a part of me feels like making videos started becoming a chore. Like it took a lot of energy out of me in order to make them. But uh, I still tried to chug through it. And I think that really affected me. And it wasn't easy to juggle that state along with the fact that I was surviving the harder years of university. Because I was in year three, it meant that a lot of my studies were more specialized and assignments were just harder, projects were just harder. So I lost time for everything. Unfortunately, 2023 was coincidentally a negative time for AK, if you guys think about it, because that was when Viper left, right? That was when Yi left. And I feel a little bit sad because I think my mental state might have rubbed off on them. I won't say, I don't mean that I was the main reason that they left. I was definitely not the main reason that they left. But I feel like I was like a mini side reason that they left. Because I feel that within us as creators, we all died. Like, we died for different reasons, I think. In a sense, Viper lost interest to the game entirely, and he lost interest to content creation entirely. So he, at that point in time, was in this sort of tug of war to figure out whether he really still wants it. And I think after he's done, like he got out of it, he pretty much realizes that to him, he's happier not being a content creator than he when he was a content creator, which is quite interesting. And I think I was someone who convinced him to do that at that point in time, because 2023 was also when I really wanted a change. I wanted to do something different and maybe make content creation more interesting for myself. I think little did I realize, even though I want to change the type of content that I make, I don't feel like I have a formidable position in terms of like my viewer base and what I do on YouTube or Twitch to make it such that I can switch content very easily. I think at the end of the day, I would still love to do AK and Endfield forever, but also a part of me wants to do as many other things also. So that was something I was trying to tell Viper at that point in time, that I felt like 2023 was a year that I was going to change my type of content, but it didn't work out for me because I wasn't very certain on that direction, and I didn't manage my time well in order to do it. Whereas Yi was not very interested in content creation for AK. You all need to understand that Yi still plays AK. Like, I think he's still online every single day, but he has zero interest to do any sort of content for AK, because to him, it feels like it's not the kind of content that he wants to deliver as well. Like, I'm on the perspective that I'm okay to deliver content on games that I love to play, or anything that I'm interested in. But I think in Yi's case, he just felt like AK was not the topic he wants to discuss. Like, he's cool playing it, but he's not cool like making those stuff, because to him is, I don't know, not his creative flair, I guess. As much as y'all loved both Viper's and Yi's video, it's weird to say that both of them are people who were not happy with their content. It's so weird to say, because they probably delivered some of the biggest banger content, especially in 2022 and 2023, but they both didn't enjoy what they did. So I think for myself, I'm a bit on the reverse case, where it's like, I have content that I'm pretty proud of, actually, in my years of making videos on YouTube. But as time went on, I felt like personally my quality went down. Like, I really feel that the videos I'm delivering wasn't as great. And unfortunately, while I chase for still making great stuff, I couldn't keep up with that sort of work. So I think it was so bad that while content creation was taking a little bit of a fall for me, everything around me started taking a fall together with me. Like, I think the situations within my home wasn't the greatest, and then my health wasn't the greatest, actually. In truth, I feel like I was falling sick a lot more easily in 2023. So that was difficult for me. And it's like I'm still trying to survive school. I'm still trying to get okay grades, that sort of idea. All of these hit me at the same time, and I think my self-esteem went down. So being less confident of myself really became such a struggle to like keep up as a
Will there
content
be any
creator.
chance that
You
ye
know,
come back to make
I
content
think a
for
lot of people think,
Arknights
like, I
Endfield?
always find it funny when I read comments and people say, "Oh, you're fallen off," that kind of thing. But I think it's true. I don't take it like to heart or anything. But I will agree to it that, yeah, I pretty much fell off for 2 years because I couldn't get back up. There was no room for me to do that. So I'm just glad that I didn't. Here's the strange thing for me to say, that now that the year has ended and we're in December, the current me feels like I'm back in 2022 or 2021. It's so strange for me to feel that way, that like I suddenly feel like a person who was my older version of myself, where I have a lot more life in me. Honestly, I would suggest, if any of you have that sort of opportunity, go and compare the state of me in 2021 or 2022, whether is it in the form of videos or streams, you watch that, and then I would suggest you look into 2023 and 2024. I just feel like the vibe is different at that point in time. But I'm just glad that as 2024, like the later part of 2024 comes back for me, I'm kind of freshening up and bringing myself back. So I'll tell you guys a bit more in a coherent form when I do the year end video to just share with you all how 2023 and 2024 went for me as a creator and what happened in my own personal life, and then what do I hope to do. Because I really feel like I started both years wrong, but I am coming into the next year being a lot more confident that I will do pretty good. You know, I have big goals, I have big dreams, and I hope that can happen when it occurs for us. Will there be any chance that Yi comes back and make content for Enfield? I don't know. I have to message him actually. Viper joked to me that he would come back when Enfield returns. I don't think he's speaking the truth though. I don't know about Yi. Maybe he would, but yeah. Okay, but anyways, that's one of the topics that I wanted to mention. Just my end of year closing thoughts. I'll make it more conversational with you guys when we hit towards the end of the year. You know, we can do. I learned something about some friends that I made within the year. Do y'all have end of year rituals? Like, do y'all do anything special at the end of the year? So like some of you might say we'll go out, we'll go party. My country has fireworks. I go watch fireworks. But I've recently met that I have a friend who would meet his best friend at the end of the year, and then they'll hug for 1 hour and cry. Like, that's quite therapeutic, no? Maybe we should do that together on stream, right? We all should like trauma dump for the year, and then afterwards we get it off our chests, and then that's how we end the year. And then you clean. You will start the new year in the best way possible. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the idea is to celebrate the end of the year. I will stream on Christmas, and I think I'll stream on will I stream on New Year's Eve? I don't know. I'll think about it. What do you ask me? Am I going to lean into a variety of non-gacha games? Okay, I tell you what my sort of game plan is for next year. I don't think I want to play that many gacha games because the number of times that y'all watch me enough, you know full well that I don't enjoy having that many games on my plate because it's already difficult. Like, let me just say this. If I was a full-time content creator, and when I say full-time, I mean every single day of the week, I can stream, I can make videos, I can play all I want. There's a chance that maybe I would have played more gacha games. You know, I could have been a Hoyo creator for all I know, or I could have actually bothered to play Wuthering Waves. But my biggest issue with both organizations isn't so much like their management. I think the nature of their game is a mega struggle for a person like me. Like, if any of you are university students, or if you guys are workers, meaning you're an adult and you go out to work, right? You cannot deny that certain games just feels like a mega struggle to keep up with, you know. And I think that was the main issue. Like, I can't possibly pick up Genshin because I'm not a full-time content creator as of what I am right now. And like, if I want to become a creator for that, I need so much more time to make videos. I need so much more research time. I need so much more play time to actually be someone like that. Like, one of the biggest benefits I feel for Koyo creators and the other creators as well is that here's the okay, nothing to shoot them down, okay? Because this is just an assumption. Okay, there's a chance that gacha content creators in general don't have that much of a life. Okay, I'm gonna watch this get clipped, and then they will listen to this, and then like they're gonna rage, and they'll be like, "Oh no 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 no! I'm gonna show you all the life I have." Okay, but it's like I just feel like gacha content creators in general live, eat, sleep, and do everything in their power to be themselves by not having a life. Is that a bad thing? No, because for some of them they earn well, right? Maybe to an extent. They whatever video they make, everyone eats it up. That sort of logic. Whatever stream that they're on, they'll do it. But like, I mean, the thing is, I'm not them. I go out of my house. I do live my other time outside of my life, you know. I think there was someone that I met yesterday. I went out bouldering. Oh yeah, that's why my hands are like this right now. I went out bouldering. And then like someone actually recognized me, but I think it was almost like as if there was the surprise of, oh, why am I even there? Yeah. And like I'm gonna have my own job, you know. I think for a lot of the content creators, when content creation is their only job, right? Then that's just what they live by. I do feel that if you're someone where content creation is your only job, it's quite a scary prospect, I feel. Because if anything goes wrong in your content creation timeline, like you get cancelled, that kind of idea, you don't really have that much of a fallback, I feel. Like, one of the biggest complications I think that many of the existing creators have today is they realize the tugging on the strings of like, they need to keep being in this system because if they don't have anywhere else to go, right? So that's kind of like the little perspective that I think about as well. That like you see, I'm not against content creation being my job, okay? But I think it's genuinely difficult to do it. Like in the short term, making it successful for 6 months, it's difficult. Making it successful for 1 year is also difficult. And keeping it on for years is a big struggle. Because if you think about it, like if you watch maybe some of the other bigger names as well, you have seen bigger names that stay consistent, but there are also bigger names that just and they go down and they kind of not exist. You know, that can happen to me. I'm okay with that, chat. If you guys are here, just understand that is reality. You might have a day where you say, this cookie guy I'm watching right now is one of the most boring shit, and then you fall off and you never watch me again. I'm perfectly okay with that because I know that's the reality. It is in my job to keep you here. So yeah, but I like that challenge nonetheless, and I will try to handle that well next year. I will still play a juggling game where you will see me have a job and content create, but I'm just more glad to do that versus being a university student and content create. I think that's a lot harder for me. So yeah, but yeah, will I do other content? Just back to that question. So I don't intend to run that many gacha games. I will tell you for certain, my two gacha games that I am so sure I'm gonna stay is Reverse and AK. Okay, I don't think that Arknights, sorry, not Arknights. I did not expect that Reverse will stay. Okay, I'm telling you 100%. Reverse is a fucking good game that I want to stay in it for long enough. They've done enough that makes me say, if I drop out of the game, I'd be sad. Genuinely. Like, I walked out of HSR not feeling a thing. Okay? Like, yes, I lost all the characters. Yes, I've experienced a beautiful Penacony. Nah, it's nothing to me. Because by now, I lost everything in my brain. I don't even remember what happened. But if you ask me, like, Cookie, why do you like Reverse so much? Bro, I remember every story I read. I remember the times that I nearly cried. I remember the happy moments that I had and how the characters make me feel. And that's why I will stay in Reverse. So yeah, that's kind of the two games that I'm definitely gonna play for like the next year, at least I would say, and AK as well. AK is just fantastic gameplay. I can't get over it. I will never get a game that is like Arknights ever. Like you wanna say go play another tower defense game? What fucking tower defense game? Like the copycats one? I mean, the copycats one, sure, because they learn from AK and they try to add whatever they want. But if you talk about like the non-copycat ones and they're just tower defense, like I don't know, they're not as great, you know. Like it's just fantastic of a game that I can't leave it. So that's kind of the whole idea. Now there is one new game that I played recently, which is Ash Echoes. I don't think I'll play it for long, I'll be honest. Like, I'm still staying in it, and the reason why I'm staying in it is I'm trying to see, as the first game for that company, how good are they? But I'm gonna say that playing it for about 2 weeks, I realized the problem with the game already. Because I played it yesterday as well, and I mean offline, I still take it to myself, and I always reflect and think, do I really enjoy the game? So the thing that I find with Ash Echoes is that it's very crowded. It's a weird word to describe of a game. What I mean by crowded is that they they seem to run this formula of we make as much things happen. And because there's so much action within the gameplay, it makes it look like it's very entertaining. But I realize, as someone who likes to play games, that's a bit too confusing for me. Like, if their method is to overload, 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 I no longer know how to strategize because I love strategy games. But how do I strategize when there's 100 enemies that's around me? Like, then the problem is when you put 100 enemies, you can say, oh, the solution is just go AoE. Then what's the point of having my single target units in the game? Like, now they look quite useless because you might as well say every unit be an AoE, right? And then, of course, you have stages where it's only a single target, like a boss. So maybe that's where single target's better. But it's still like, the whole premise of the game is very, like, let's just put as many things in your face. And I realize that might not be to my appeal. So I will still try to see the game a little bit more, but I'm already leaning on the side that it's not my interest after some time. Because I will say it had something that kept me in, but then now it's starting to, like, there's now more reasons to pull me out than to keep me in. So we'll see it anyways. Now, will I play other gacha games apart from that, like GFL and Enfield? So let me say this. I've been told by a lot of you to go and try Enfield, or sorry, not Enfield, GFL and Blue Archive, and then another game is Nimbus. So my issue with starting those games is I barely have the time. Like, my fear is that if I start any of those games, you think about it this way, as a gacha content creator or as a content creator. If I play 3 games, right, in a week, imagine that I have to make a video for each game. Okay, let's not say a week. Let's just say 2 weeks, for example. That's like, you as a viewer, you will have a hard time keeping up with the content. Because if you only watch me for 1 game, then the problem is whenever I post the other 2 games, you will just turn off and you will not like that. Right? And then likewise, if someone suddenly says, oh, they discovered me because I'm playing GFL, then they watch me for a bit. But every single time I post something else, it's a turn off. You know? Yeah, like I don't quite enjoy the idea that I segment too much, I feel. Because I also think of this as this is a more, is it strategy? No, I don't think that's the correct word for it. It's more pragmatic, maybe, that I stick to just a small number of things. Because I cannot make you guys divided as well. Yeah, like, if you think YouTube things, when YouTubers always says algorithm and everything, right? If I play 5 different games, I'm fucking up the whole entire algorithm. You know, so I don't have that sort of interest to, like, pick up so many things unless I know for sure that I really like those games. You know, so, like, that's the reason that the 2 games that I'm so certain is just going to be Reverse and AK, because I'm deeply in love with those games. Like, if you tell me, like, GFL, will I be deeply in love with that game? Not really, actually. Like, let me just say this. I've seen GFL's gameplay, and I've seen their character interactions. It looks cool. But then, I'm a bit like, I feel like I can get the same feeling with 10 other games. You know, GFL does not give me a feeling that it's special. That's my issue with it. Okay, not to bash on those of you playing GFL. Okay, this is my own thoughts as to why I'm not playing it. It just feels like something that I could play somewhere else. You know, if I like strategy, trust me, I'll like GFL. But I have to get through the gacha. I don't like gacha. It's like, yeah, I might as well just play another. I might as well just play XCOM itself if that was the case. But I don't know. I'll see to it. Will I play Limbus? If I play Limbus and if I play Blue Archive, I'll end up playing those games because of their story. Cause I've been told that their story are amazing to experience. But you probably will never see me touch their gameplay at all. Cause I don't think their gameplay is of my interest. Cause like Limbus, they run the whole what is Limbus method? It's like turn-based RPG, right? And then Blue Archive is that iso isometric looking gameplay, quite similar to Ash Echoes as well. But then a lot of people said that Blue Archive is a lot more not say brain dead, but it's a bit more automated. Like you don't really need to strategize too hard in Blue Archive. You just send your units, you let them do their thing, and you get through the stages. So like in terms of gameplay, I don't have much of a draw. I think what I'm looking for when it comes to creating content for long in a game, like content creation, um, I feel I need to play games that have multiple reasons that I will stay. you know. So the one thing I'm very certain, okay, I've not even played the beta test itself. I'm definitely staying in Enfield. I'm 100% sure Enfield is a game that I'm going to love, and I can already foresee loving it not just for like a year. I can already see I'm gonna love the game for like 5 years down the road. Because the whole concept of it literally screams to me like the kind of things that I love in my childhood. Like, I like being able to create my own stuff. I like simulation. I like factory building. I like good combat, especially with good bosses. I love immersive worlds. I like exploring. Like, it's got all the things that screams to me that it's the game I'm going to love. So for sure, I'm going to be like a full-on Enfield person, I would say. And let me just say that as much as I say I'll love Enfield, I'm still on the perspective that a good number of you here will not love Enfield. Okay? Because whatever that I name might be the things that makes you afraid that you might not like the game. But like I said, I will talk about that in the next video that I make on the main channel, so you guys can look forward to that. It will be a very clear-cut discussion video to really make sense for you if this game is meant for you. Or more like, what kind of questions you need to ask yourself, and then you will know for sure if this is the game that you want to play in your life, basically. So yeah. I think here's the thing also. Like, AK as one of my main games, unfortunately, the biggest reasons why I play AK is for the gameplay, right? Hear me out. I don't really play AK for the characters. You all know that I've never once named that I have a favorite character in AK. Every time you guys ask me that, like, who's my waifu, who's my husbando, I've never answered you guys because I just genuinely don't have a character that I love that deeply for in AK. I have characters that I love in other series, like Reverse or Dangan. Do I have characters that I like in anime? No, not that much. But like I think characters in AK are cool, but they're never the big draw. It was simply just I was just so glued to the gameplay of AK. But however interested I am in AK, one part that I feel so bad about is I don't know the lore of AK. I know that the story of AK is probably some of the greatest ones that you get to read. I wouldn't say everything is like top notch, but there are definitely those great gems. And I've never found the time to read it. So when you guys tell me that you want me to go play some other games or create content for other games, it's like, so I'm gonna play other games over reading the story. That's like the little sour part of me that I'm like, I could put more effort to know or learn about the game that I love, but I haven't got the chance to do that. So Pfeiffer's more superior than me. He read one story in Arknights. I've read like 5 stories in Arknights, so I'm already better than him. Mate, I read all the collab stories because I wanted to. I mean, not all, but the Rainbow Six ones. So yeah. Basically my main games that I'll definitely play is gonna be Arknights, Enfield, and uh Reverse. I think that's what I'm going to set forth in the coming years. But does that mean I'm against playing the other games? Not necessarily. I will see it in 2 ways. One, if I personally find a very good reason to try the game, I will go for it. Two, understand this. It's a content creation lifestyle. And if these companies hit me up and I find a good reason to play the games, I will play it. Let me just say this, okay? GFL did hit me up. I turned them down. Okay? That's me telling you that I wasn't that confident that I like GFL. Okay? So that's the thing. Like I am picky with who even sponsors me. Now everyone's gonna. There's half the people here is gonna be like, okay, Uncle's a big turn off. Chose to not get the bag when it's fucking GFL. Yeah, but for certain, like if I have sponsored streams, I've always told this to a lot of the people who choose to sponsor me that one of my main rules before I pick up a sponsor is I cannot fake reactions. One strange trend about content creators is that I think half the content creators are like this. They feel that need to fake their reactions. Some of them might say it comes naturally, but it's like they feel that need to, whenever something shocking happens, they will force the reaction out. They will go full on shock, they'll shout, they'll scream and everything. But I'm not like that. I don't know how to do it. So when I don't like something, I cannot hide. Like, the weird nature about me as a content creator is I don't know how to. Can I say I don't know how to hide my emotions? No, it's just I'm just not good at it. Like I'm a very honest person. Every feeling that I have, if I'm happy, if I like something, if I'm sad about something, I show it on my face. So, like, when I tell a lot of the sponsors, what I tell them is that if I don't like their shit, they need to understand that as much as a lot of sponsors like to pay people saying that, oh, you must say all the good stuff about us, you must say this in your stream, you need to put forth this message. But a lot of time I just tell them, sure, I'll do as you please, but if I don't like something, please understand I'm not gonna sugarcoat it to my audience. Cause I need to tell people what I feel, you know. So that was the thing where like yeah, I was considering why was I more confident with Ash Echoes compared to GFL? I was slightly more confident with Ash Echoes because when I opened it up, they had that whole traces system and they had a lot more in-game content than what I think GFL had. So that's why I picked it up. And at that point in time, I think my requirements was just to do a stream or something for Ash Echoes, meaning in a sense the commitment was not as high. I think the GFL one wanted to make like multiple videos, and I was like, if I don't like your game, like if on the off chance that I don't like your game, how am I supposed to make 3 videos for you? You know, that's the big issue that I can't commit. So it's on the time where I need to see what people put up with me. Oh, Watering hit me up for a sponsorship. I fucking wheezed. I'm like, do they not know? I thought it was just so hilarious that they actually asked me to make a video for them. So I mean I wasn't against it, hear me out, but like I just didn't think I have the time to do it anyways. I slandered them and then I don't even know. I mean they just wanted people, I guess. What does it mean if Watering is finding random creators to still sponsor? Are they in danger? Oh else. Yeah. But I here's so still expanding on that question. I will want to play other games, I'll be honest to say. Like I grew up not with gacha games, to be honest. I grew up with a lot of normal mobile computer games. So there's so many titles that I wish that I got through and I got to play. Now that I have a formidable PC, like I wish I was playing the entirety of Elden Ring. I wish I was playing the entirety of Cyberpunk. and really get to experience everything in those games. Like to me, games like that are a lot more interesting for me to play through. But I understand that playing those games will not be very easy to capture the attention of people like you guys, because probably a good half of you guys, or even more than half of you guys, you all won't be interested when I play um games like that. Like, because to you guys, all you care about is gacha games, and it's for good reason. Because for some of you guys, you all don't have maybe computers or mobile devices that can comfortably play such games, right? The bigger titles, and gacha games are the only ones comfortable for you. So I can understand that how gacha games in a certain extent generally gets a bigger audience. But I think one of my big goals as well is that I would love to have the same feeling as some other creators also, that if whatever that I stream to you guys will always want to get into the stream and be joining the environment of it. But for now, I personally don't feel like I'm of that status to be a person like that. It's in my own duty to convince you that I can be fun for you to watch with whatever game that I play. And I will slowly try to achieve that. I don't think it's a miracle. I think that's gonna take me months in order to do it. But I can tell you for certain, it's not games that I really want to deliver content on. I'd be honest to say. My personal biggest goal is that I wish my content was more driven to real life. Like, real life is such a weird word, right? But what I mean is, I wish my content had more grass. Because I think it's so much more fun in order to do it. If I can show people the places that I love, the food that I love, the things that I want to see, like, I would love to do that. Because I grew up loving being outside of my house more than being in my house. It's such a weird thing to say, right? Because you guys have seen me on stream like for 5 years, and on YouTube as well. But that was the thing that I feel really affected my mental state a bit, because university plus streaming made me have no life, essentially. By the time I hit 2023, I just realized that I wasn't in control of my friends. I wasn't in control of how I spend my time. I'm a very outgoing person, in fact. Like, I love being outdoors. But I think taking on this role as a content creator just made it very hard for me to do that. So, a lot of the times within 2023 and 2024, I took those 2 years to recover that state of myself. Like, I basically went out more. I basically cared more for my friends, and started picking up hobbies that I once loved and hobbies that I can now love. So if I can show that side of my life to me, I think, appreciate that a lot more. But I think it's definitely difficult, because again, it comes down to the question of, now, me as a content creator, how do I convince you guys that these videos are also fun for you to watch? I want these videos to also be purposeful and can make you walk out and say, damn, I didn't waste 5 minutes of my life. That was a good 5 minutes videos that I got to watch for the day. So I will see to it, basically. Okay. That's what I will share as to what I think my content will be for the coming year. Um, would I post these things on Cookie Alter? No. Okay, let me explain to you what Cookie Alter and Cookie Kaze is gonna be for the next year. Because I got this question in my weekly video. Um, Cookie Alter as a channel is meant to be a replacement for all the guides that I keep making in the Cookie Kaze channel. Because here's a strange thing for me to say. I didn't, as much as this was what made me bigger as a creator, I don't really enjoy the fact that guides made me who I am, in a way. Because here's the thing, I love teaching people. I love being able to tell people good ways to do things, what not to do. And it's in my nature. Like, a part of me thinks that one of my future jobs could have been a teacher. It's a consideration that if everything fails, I wouldn't mind teaching um children, in a sense, because I think it's fun to do that. But um I feel like it's weird. Like, that personality that I have as a content creator wasn't really what I wanted, you know. So to me, I wish that as much as I know you guys love that side of me, what I decided is to split that and to put it into Cookie Altar. Like that was the reason why Cookie Altar came out. Because to me, the more I flood the main channel with all these guides, then that's just who I'm going to be. And it simply means that if Arknights, for whatever reason, one day falls, okay? Let's just no, actually we should even hypothesize. I was just gonna say like, let's imagine that something really bad happens for Arknights. Okay, let's not say that. But if Arknights falls, right, and if everything about me was only reliant on the fact that I made guides, I fall together with it. If it makes sense, you know. If Kilston didn't make like shift his stuff into Genshin ZZZ, right? And if his entire YouTube career was just AK, I would say the same thing for him. That if AK falls, Kilston falls with AK. Because no one needs guys anymore, right? And no one will just know anything about him after that. Especially when I think the good thing is that Kilston started to do more streams, so you start to see a bit more of the personable side from him. But I think depending on the period or the timeline that you see of him, right, that it's very easy to say he can just disappear off the internet just because AK goes off. So that's kind of what I saw to it as well. Like the reason why I was in this sort of struggle of creating that second channel is that I saw that if I keep up with this way of growing the channel, I just feel that that isn't very healthy in the long run. Because I don't want to be known as just a person that gives your puzzle tutorial answers. You know, I don't mind doing it again. Don't get me wrong. It's just I think there's better ways to be more known on YouTube. So the goal that I have in the two channels is that whatever that I want to teach, I want to leave that for Cookie Altar. So Endfield content might no, I think I don't even think it's might. I think I will put Endfield content in Cookie Altar and both AK content as well. So that channel is meant to serve as any guide related things that I want to put or any news related things. Those kind of like regular videos, basically. The type that I can post every single week. I want to do it over there. Then the main channel, what I want to leave it for is for things like it's gonna be more video essay, basically, or it could be vlogs or compilations. Like I want the main channel to be more filled with either the funny content, because you know I love to do the viewer pools. Sometimes I like to do my event playthroughs, the highlight of the stream, summarize into a video for you guys. Like I think those videos are fun. I love them. Every time I get myself editing it or Kev edits it, I laugh at myself. It's such a weird thing to say. But genuinely, sometimes I say the nastiest things that when I look back, I'm like, did I really say that on stream? Because sometimes I'm not even aware, you know. So I get to enjoy together with you guys when I see those funny videos. And then topics that I want to discuss, I also put it in the main channel. And if let's say in the future I have any sort of vlogs, I'm planning to vlog Comic Fiesta actually. I have an idea for what I want to vlog while I'm in Malaysia. So you guys might get to see a Malaysia related video over in the channel. So that's what the main channel's goal is. Like I want the main channel to basically have more um uh full of life in a sense, rather than just all these, you know, come, let's teach you how to play what the hell is the PLEX8, you know, or let me teach you how to play your account when you're at level 90. Like that's not what I want. At least not in Cookie Kaze. You know, I don't mind that in Cookie Altar. Right? Where does the apology video go? The main channel. What if I ever need to apologize for whatever they have done? Sure, the main channel. I don't want that day to happen. I hope I don't have to apologize for anything. So, yeah. Did I miss anything that you guys stated on YouTube? You don't think that I like GFL? At least not to the point that I play it every day. Okay, wait. Let me just mention this because I chatted for about 1 hour. I'm gonna read the Enfield interview together with you guys. Give me just another little half an hour because I have some final things that I want to talk about? And then we're gonna spend the whole stream looking at the interview because the interview is quite long. I think I'm gonna take genuinely more than an hour to read through the interview. I was shocked. I thought it was gonna be like a small piece. It turns out it's almost like a full web page. So we'll read through it together. Um, GFL bored you? Yeah, it's just the thing. I feel like GFL will bore me. That's the thing. Like, I think I'll like it in the first 2 weeks. Then I'll probably not enjoy it anymore. So, yeah. Did I miss anything that you guys asked over on YouTube? What's this question? Oh fuck, I missed it. Will I play Satisfactory? Uh, I might play one of the factory games, just because. But I might play the factory game that I already own though, because I want to complete it, which is Big Farmer. It's very similar to Endfield. And I intend to like complete all the stages in the game. Uh, wait ah. Someone said, is there no perfect gacha game? Arknights feels like a perfect gacha game to me. If not, I would have gotten out of the game, right? I think Endfield will also be a perfect gacha game to me. Am I sure? What? Am I sure to say that it's perfect? I mean, it's relative. It's not a definite answer. I'm not saying that if I say it's perfect, you guys have to agree. I just think it's a very good gacha game. How about that? I guess perfect is a very strong word. Will I follow Enfield's story? Yes. Why? Because the reason why I get to follow Reverse Story is that their presentation is very good, right? They voice act, they animate, and they have good scenes. AK forces me to read. Like, I read subtitles when I look at Reverse as well, but like AK forces me to really read, you know? And if I'm streaming, I'm not gonna read in silence. I have to read aloud to you guys. And in my nature, I feel like I'm forced to voice act. And I'm not like the best voice actor out there. And so, it's a hard time when it comes to reading AK, but Enfield for sure will be voiced. So, of course, I'm going to be invited to read Enfield's story. And I will learn about Enfield's story. Will Enfield be better than Genshin Impact? For me, yes. Easily. Like, I don't even think like by a small margin. I'm gonna say like it's gonna double my enjoyment compared to Genshin Impact. Like, I remember how I felt when I played Genshin Impact. I don't hate that game, don't get me wrong. I think for its time, it was a fantastic game. But, and when I say for its time, it's because we have COVID and we're stuck at home. If Genshin was released now, I don't think it's a good game. Which, I mean, it's still available now, but yeah, I don't think it's a good game now. Like, most people who still play Genshin now, I honestly feel like they still play Genshin. And they find it very difficult to get out of the game, I feel. Which is not a bad thing to feel, I guess. Like, for some people, they have a greater degree to think that, oh, I've collected everything in this game and I feel for this character and I don't want to leave them, you know. I think for me as a player, I've never really felt that way. Like, if I want to leave AK now, I could. You know, I'm not gonna feel a thing. Like, as in, when I say not feel a thing, I don't mean it as like, oh, the memories and all that kind of thing. I think AK has meant so much for me, but it's also like, um, I'm not that attached to characters, you know. I just really love the game. Like, I play the game because I love the game. I don't feel like I'm forced to stay in the game. You get what I mean? I think games, to me, games feel great personally when I play it because I want to play it and not because I'm forced to play it. You get where I'm going with that? Okay, I think I didn't miss any sort of questions. If I missed any of your questions, feel free to ask again. Because I'm just looking through the YouTube stuff because I missed a lot of your questions potentially. Who's my favorite AK character? Oh my god, we watched like 15 minutes ago. Oh, okay. Here's some last little random things that I want to talk about before I do the NQ interview. So I'm going to Malaysia. Um, we're gonna have a pre-Malaysia and after Malaysia chat, okay? Because here's the thing. There's two first times experience that I'm gonna get from going to Malaysia. Number one, I've never been to Kuala Lumpur in my life, I think. Yeah, I've been to Cameron Highlands with my family, but I've never been into Kuala Lumpur. So it's gonna be my first time there, and I'm nervous to be there. Like I've surprisingly gone to Jakarta more than I've been to Kuala Lumpur. Such a weird thing to say, right? When like Malaysia is more neighbory than Indonesia is when I'm a Singaporean. So it'll be my first time there. I hope that y'all can treat me well for any of you who happens to see me at the convention on Saturday or Sunday. Just know, I have a big on rule, okay? Please don't scare me. I am as much of an extrovert as I am an introvert. Okay, I consider myself an ambivert. What I mean is, please don't ask to follow me, because I know some of you like that sort of feeling, but I don't like getting trailed around at the convention. Like, feel free to say hi, feel free to chat with me for a long enough period, but like, let me enjoy my peace when I walk around in the convention. Okay. Yeah, I accept gifts. Feel free to give me gifts. I was very thankful that y'all gave me gifts when I visited Indonesia. Like I still have them. I could have cooked some Indomie now, but I guess I'll have them when I come back. Please don't buy me expensive gifts. Okay, I don't like the feeling of receiving expensive gifts because to me it's like I'd rather you spend the money for something else. So if you want to give me gifts, just give me something small. Okay. Um, and it's not just the first time that I'm in Malaysia, or not Malaysia, but Kuala Lumpur. It's also the first time I've personally decided that I told every of my friend I'm going to Malaysia, but I'm going alone. So I'm extra nervous. Okay? That I'm doing this for like the first time. Like I've never traveled alone before. So I hope to enjoy the trip. I will have friends that I'm meeting in Malaysia. So they will still host me. But what I mean is I personally feel like I want to spend my time alone. Um, and the reason for that is I just want to enjoy peace and quiet. I just wanted this trip to be like my own time of really enjoying visiting a place by myself, enjoying like not being bothered by my friends or anybody around me. So yeah, I really hope to enjoy the experience. I'll share my thoughts afterwards, you know. Um because I would think it will be interesting that I do this in Malaysia, and I have the certainty that okay, wait, let me mention some travel plans I have for next year. Some of you said, "Am I going to Vietnam?" I want to go to Vietnam, but I don't know when I'll go to Vietnam. And the reason I want to go Vietnam is I want to meet my editor, cause Kev lives in Vietnam, so I personally want to be able to spend time with him. Um, by going over to Vietnam. Will I do it next year? I will try my best. But I tell you what's my really big goals, okay? For next year. Um, I want to go to China because of ambient synesthesia. Um, I'm hoping that I'm able to achieve that. I want to be a part of the AK convention and the concert for next year, which will probably happen in May. So I have some friends that I think will go along as well, and I'm quite sure some of you will want to attend it as well. So yeah, and I know that the ticket is balloting, which is gonna make it a bit difficult. Um, So I'll see what I can do in order to get there. I don't know. Maybe I should personally ask Griffline. Can you grab me a ticket? I'll buy my own plane ticket. You just grab me the ticket for the convention. I'll figure something out as to how I can attend that event. Um, then I intended to go to Japan actually, but I didn't manage to arrange it in time for next year because I wanted to visit their convention also. But I think I won't get that opportunity. So I will probably arrange for that next 2 years from now. That's my other big major plan. So I will try my best to be a part of the Japan event. That what anniversary would that be? Sixth anniversary. Yeah, I'll be there during sixth anniversary. So May I'll have a plan. Then at that time I'll have a plan. Um, and I'll try to visit some new countries. I'll be honest to say. Uh, Indonesia, you have a slight benefit because you're almost on my permanent list. Nearly. Okay? There's a very high chance I'll be back again next year for Indonesia. But I will see and let you all know. Because Indonesia is just a great place to go to. Europe is hard. Okay? And Europe is very difficult because the plane tickets are a fucking nightmare. Here's the thing. I'd rather go America over Europe. What a weird thing to say, right? Because I think I genuinely will spend more money in Europe than I do in America. So yeah, I do hope to visit that, but I personally feel like there's more reason for me to visit America because America hosts the largest anime event, anyways. Like Anime Expo is a fantastic place for me to go and visit. Yeah, I'm saying that all these Asian countries is expensive for a European. What do I mean? No, I mean it's a lot more comfy for me to visit the neighboring countries for sure. Japan's not cheap. Cheap. Yeah, that's true. And China's not entirely. Actually, no, China's not bad. Even if you say Shanghai or Beijing, I think it's still okay. But yeah, but yeah, those are my two big plans. If I have other countries that I want to go to, I will let you all know. Honestly, let's just okay. Let's put this as a goal for next year. Okay, if everything works out well, okay, let's get on the good children list of Griffline, okay, or Yostar. Okay, actually, no, I don't think Yostar will ever have a good children list. They don't care enough about content creators. Okay, let's get on the good kids list of Griffline. If I can do that, and if Griffline can give me the opportunity to travel me to places, of course I will adore it. Right? Like if Hypergriff can give me the chance to go elsewhere, I'd love for that. So yeah, my fingers are because of bouldering. It's okay. Yeah. Um, what's my career plans? I can quickly share this. I will have a job related to programming. It's an internship within the frontal part of the year. When that internship is done, while I am a content creator, like that's how you'll understand of me now, right? I'm gonna stay as a content creator for the entirety of next year. Okay. However, I'm gonna make a it's a scary career decision, I think, for myself. But I'm nervous as much as I'm excited. I definitely will be seeking as much opportunities as possible to become a shoutcaster. Like, I have big, keen goals on appearing on the big screen for you guys. I don't know how I'll get that opportunity, but I will figure my way. And that's the two things that I want to do. Like, while I content create, I want to be able to host competitions. You know, because I have experience doing it. Like if I get to host Valorant, if I get to host MLBB or Identity 5, Apex, if I get to host anyone, I will appreciate it. Because I think I'll love that as a job. Yes, it's quite interesting. Yeah, my role that I'm about to take as an internship is a developer. More like an AI engineer. And I'm suddenly switching from AI engineer to shoutcaster, but I just enjoy entertaining people more than I enjoy developing. Like I personally think I'm good at programming, but it's not my calling to do programming. So yeah, please don't become an Apex shoutcaster, one of the most boring esports to watch. Hey, if I'm there, I'm not gonna make it boring. I'll make sure it's entertaining. That's my goal. You know, that's what I want to be as a shoutcaster. What is a shoutcaster? A shoutcaster is someone that, if you watch like a esports tournament, they're the ones that commentate over that game. So I would totally love that. Like okay, not to say that I'm good, because I've never done it before. Okay, but a part of me, when I love esports tournaments so much, I fill my time with it. I always watch it. Guys, I watch MLBB despite not understanding what the fuck the characters do. Okay, but sometimes when I listen to the way that some casters host, I'm just like, I wish I was there. I think I can do a better job at keeping people on their seats. Because there are some people that will just make you feel like they don't even feel like they are interested to be there. And I think that's quite sad. Isn't it difficult because you understand the game? It is, but I would... That's the job, right, as a shoutcaster. You're paid to understand the game and commentate the game. And I think I don't mind that job. I want to take on that job. To like be passionate about something and then drive that passion into something. Low energy casters appeal. I agree. I have favorite low energy casters as well, but I think there's a lot out there that isn't that great. So yeah, that is my own little goal in terms of career. So I will hope that somehow plays out and works for me later. Have I seen the SRG interview? No, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't followed the quarter and the semis for MLBB. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah. You need to understand the basic understanding of the game. Like, whatever game that picks me up, you know for sure that I'll play it. You know, if for whatever reason I get invited to cast LOL, yeah, I'll be playing LOL on stream, guys. Whatever I get picked up, I'll be forced to play that game. Basically, we'll see what happens. Basically, yes. Have I watched CS2 esports? Oh, bro, I watched Spirit and who was that? Spirit and FaZe. My god, the last one is the fucking final few rounds are blood rush to the head. So good. Did I watch SRG and NIP Flash? No, I haven't. I wanted to watch it because it's Singapore team. I haven't watched it yet. Don't tell me the outcome though. I'll go and watch it later. Whenever I have the time. I'll probably watch it when I'm traveling to Malaysia actually. So yeah. Okay, anyways. So that's my own little thoughts. You'll hear about my time in Malaysia after my trip is done. So I shared with you all that. Okay. Chat, I need your help. Okay, major help. And then let's talk about Endfield. Can you all name me the gacha games that decided to make a PC client midway? Meaning they launched the game, there was no PC client, but then later they launched the PC client. I need a list, because I'm going to make a video. HI3, okay. PGR, okay. Nikkei. Edergazer. Epic 7 as well, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, thanks for the list. I just need this list because I am making a commentary video. Maybe like I'm not just gonna like Discord. Name them. I have to research on them in order to make the video. Yeah. So look forward when that video appears because I need to do a lot of reading. Okay, anyways. Let's focus up. Let's look into Endfield. Now, when speaking of Endfield, there's a lot of details that I think I might have even missed during the trailer. So I want to spend a small bit of time to re-look at the trailer together with you guys, just because some people mentioned that I didn't look at them. Okay, number one, I'm aware that this is Unity. We will read that in the interview later. So the game is not Unreal Engine. Hypergraph stated that they ran this with the Unity engine, but what they did was, rather than to take license from the engine, they just revamped it. It's the same as how Hoyoverse did it. where they also took the Unity engine and they made it their own. Basically. Yeah, I said it was Unreal Engine. Mate, you cannot fault me for saying this is Unreal Engine. It looks like Unreal Engine. Cause Unity graphics, to an extent, shouldn't be this level of pretty. You know? But Unity is good because Unity tends to have less issues for more players of the game. So yeah, that's the good thing about it. Now, throughout the video, I realized that the food bar always appeared. So if you fed someone the food, you would see it on the bottom, and it seems like the food have a certain number of users. So it is the exact same as Reclamation. Someone mentioned to me that the combat has dodge, but where do you see that? Did dodge really get implemented? I'm gonna watch the combat again with you guys. Oh! Wait a minute. I realized there's a few interesting flashes. Now that I observe this more. They did the ZZZ, where like, yeah, you see this? This is like the crit attack. This is not block, I think. Is or is it? Is that block or crit? I have no clue. I saw this, yes, the quick time event. Wait, now she's got a blue bar, but I feel like the blue bar is nothing. Okay. Oh! Oh, that is a dodge! Wait. This is a dodge. Wait! Yeah! She flicked off before the thing hit. So they really make it such that you have to pay attention now. Wait, knowing how I played ZZZ, I'm fucked. I need to learn this game so hard. Just build base, build better people. Okay, one thing that I found so funny about the trailer is, to an extent, Wolfguard looked like he did nothing this fight. Right? Sorry, I just need you guys to observe him. I watched this video like 2 times to be certain. Like, he fired his gun, and then man just stares. Like, new enemies appear, and he's still staring. That made me slightly worried about the AI, where it's like, there's gotta be a good explanation why he's just staring, right? Like, maybe he's reloading or something? You know? So, yeah. No, the rest of them are doing it. The rest of them are fighting. You can see Pelika's fighting. You can see Chen's fighting. But Wolfguard is not fighting. So, yeah. We'll see to it. What other little details did I miss? Okay, yeah, I saw quite a lot of people discuss this, the statistics thing. I think we might get the answer in the interview. Cause
maybe ATAC condition.
Some people are saying that
He's a spec now.
these like 4 statistics, the strength, agility, intelligence, and whatever that is, like dexterity, I think. Yeah, whichever it is. These 4 seems like points that you can set. So it feels like you might have the opportunity to decide which substat version of a character that you want. I mean, we don't see it very well within here, but it is implied by the armor as well. That the armor that you feed, right, also determines those numbers. Yeah. So that also means that, like, you could think of it as I'm just gonna set everybody as high agility, right? Feed everybody agility, weapons, equipment, and I will have some of the fastest buggers running around the map. Or go pure strength and everybody are one-shotters. And the glass cannons, they easily die. You know, like that's what I think it seems to be doing. So if that's the case, I really do hope that it will be a lot more fun, because you think about how you play Genshin and how you play HSR, and not even say AK. Yeah, I'm just gonna say those three games: HSR, Genshin, and Watering and ZZ. Actually, those four games, they all commit the same crime. The way that you build a unit doesn't really let you be creative. Reverse does allow you to be creative, actually. But yeah, like, you basically have only one way to do that unit, almost. Even if you want to argue that there's two ways, that's about it. Your limit is just go attack, attack, attack. You know, you might say, oh, this character's a defender. So in the rare case, you get a defense build. And then for everybody else, is attack, crit. Boring, isn't it? Like, if you play the game with that sort of meta style, I feel like there's just one of the big problems that I have with a certain gacha game is that your account might as well be no different from another person's account. You get what I mean? Like, the behavior that I see when it comes to Genshin, HSR is, if I look at a person's account and you look at an account review, right? The way that they built a certain unit, you look at 10 other people, and there's like 7, 8 people who probably has the exact same way of building that character. Because everybody ran the same idea, where it's like, oh, you need this relic on the person, you need these stats on that person. That's the only way that you get big numbers. But this is not a fact. This is not truth, okay? This is a speculation right now based on what I'm seeing in the gameplay here, that I feel like there's a lot more room for creativity in terms of what you want your characters to be, because of the existence of these stats. You know, of course, there's still gonna be the best optimal solution. Unfortunately, that's the way that gacha games run, right? When you have everybody in the world trying to play this game, and then everyone wants a simple solution, everyone will fall for a certain method. But I hope that this game will allow for us to feel like we can create our own little teams, our own little builds, and something that's satisfying. You know, like, one of the big reasons why I love AK is that you have a 12-man team, right? But the 12-man team are never the same. You can make it the same, but a lot of the times we like to switch it up, depending on the stage, depending on, like, no, today I'm feeling like I don't want to play with Abyssal Hunters. Today I'm feeling like I'm gonna freeze the shit out of everyone, or I'm gonna put everyone to sleep. It's that kind of idea that I hope that's what I can feel towards this game. That I'm not gonna be forced in that system where new unit appears, this is now my 4-man team. Next new unit appears, alright, that new unit that just came in, say goodbye to that one. The new unit is more important. So yeah, you'll see that sort of idea. Okay, let's see. What other little things that I need to observe that I didn't mention in the previous stream? There's some base stuff that I think I could have noticed, but then I simply didn't. Do y'all know if there's any little thing that y'all feel like was screaming and then I didn't mention it? Otherwise, we'll head to the interview and we'll see from there. I still love this house. It's my favorite part of the entire gameplay demo. Okay, I think that should be it. Okay, time to open the interview. Um, where is the interview again? There you are. Okay, I know that there is the Chinese version, but I'm not going to spend the time to translate. We're just going to use this Redditor's translation to conveniently read what is being said. Okay? So you all can see how long we need to read. So ready? Let's go through point by point. Okay. So G-Course is like a media company, I think, in China, and they got an exclusive opportunity to interview Lowlight, which is the um one of the main producers for Hypergriff, and HYF, I forgot what's his full name. But yeah, he interviewed the two of them. We're not gonna read the TLDR version, okay? Let's read the extended version. So, this guy decided to start with the quote. Creating a game that you truly believe in and that can also survive the market is a difficult challenge. When Arknights Endfield first conceptualized, we were fully aware of this difficulty. Actually, wait, those of you who knows Chinese, feel free to butcher me. I feel like reading the Chinese over the English. And if I read it wrong, fuck me. You all can read subtitles. This is your subtitles, okay? 做出自己认可却在市场上能活下去的作品确实很难。在明日方舟周末地立项时，我们对这个难度其实是有认知的，但是真上手做的时候，那种压力与沉重，其实在 What the fuck is this word？转化为孕育一个新生命的动力和激情。做自己热爱的事情真的很太幸福了，哪怕它充满了挑战。Okay, wait, just this part alone. But the reason why I want to read the Chinese is I'm fearful that there's some little, ways of speaking that can't be translated properly. So basically, yeah, it's what they put forth here, that they know that it's going to be a very difficult challenge, but they were ready to take on that challenge. They feel that doing this is what makes them very happy as developers, and so they really want to fulfill it. All right. 我们过切 What the hell is that word？ 比期望在马上到来的两侧中得到玩家的反馈，帮助我们更好地对作品进行调整，让我们能够共同建正新的方舟故事展开。So they are very excited that in the second beta test, they can receive even more players' feedback. Because I think the size of this beta test is going to be bigger than the first one, right? So more of you should have an opportunity to play it. But some of you will still fail. Okay? Even so, they are ready to still make any sort of changes depending on the outcome that happens with the beta test. So feel free to criticize. Feel free to tell them what more that you want when you are playing it. Okay? And as they say, we hope that there will be a new chapter for Arknights. Okay, I think I'm going to take too much time reading in Chinese now that I think about it. But I will try to observe it in case I think there's anything wrong. Because as much as I struggle to read Chinese sometimes, I can understand every word, so I get what I'm reading. Okay. This time, the combat system we experience offers a relatively refined squad-based ARPG. Okay, improve action optimization. The actions of all players and enemies have been significantly optimized, resulting in smoother controls when operating characters during combat. Additionally, better camera angles have been improved accordingly. I think it's more like they. If I look in terms of the, I need to go back here. I think there's more freedom in terms of what you want the camera to be. Oh wait, no. I don't think you're controlling the camera. It's just they make it such that the enemies are centralized. So when you run around, they try to keep the enemy in the center. That's a bit of my fear. Because this gameplay demo doesn't show what happens when enemies are in different corners. That's why I need to see in the main beta test that does the camera go well when you have enemies that are scattered around you. Like right now, all the both the fighting scenes we see are having the having the enemies right in the middle of us, which looks okay for now, but might not work when you have like 10 people in a mini boss stage. So we'll see what happens when they improve the camera angles, whether it's auto or whether it's like you can control it. Okay, skills no longer require manual target selection. They meant wait，技能冲击完全创作。They meant that in the technical test you can hit an enemy as you wish, right? But now if I look here, it seems like I don't have to choose what enemy to hit. Is that a good, but that's not a great thing though. If you want a game to be strategic, wouldn't you want that? Let me read the whole thing. Instead, the entire team now shares a skill resource which generates over time and through combat. They don't mean enemy selection. They mean previously when you battle, you need to select the person that you want to use. And then afterwards you run their skill. But I think what they meant now is that you can, I mean, you're still doing that, but they don't have that selection screen anymore. And now everybody use like the skill bars on the bottom. So it's like, if we look at here, right, let's look at the, do you see the yellow bar below? Is this yellow bar on the bottom of the screen? So they decided that rather than to have everybody have a different cooldown, they want everybody to use the same points. That's the same as, how does HSR do it again? It's similar to watering. Oh yeah, HSR is turn-based, right. Yeah, so there's no cooldown now. Everybody has the same skill generation. So their own focus now is you charge your skill, and if you want to run 2 skills to combo, you need 2 skill points. If you want to run 3 skills, then there's that. I don't know if that's a great thing though. I'm assuming there's ways to get the skill points quicker. Players need to strategize during battles and decide which character skill is most suitable in the current situation. I cannot assure you that that's a good change. Yeah, they don't want you to spam skills. It's like, there's 2 ways to see it. You made it, it makes things simpler when it comes to like deciding which skill that you want to use. Because now you don't just spam. They're making it more precise, like choose the moment when you want to use the skill. But then for some other people, they might say that that doesn't feel nice because I like a game that has a lot of skills, a lot of things going on. But then, hold on, introduction of a new combat mechanic, combo skills. When the conditions of triggering a combo skills are met, players can command the corresponding squad members to unleash a combo attack. Each characters have unique conditions to activating their combo skill, such as landing a heavy strike, enemies entering a debuff state, multiple enemies being broken simultaneously, and so on. So combo skills do not rely on the skill points, I assume. Combo skills are the E that we see here. Is this E. So you see, as Pelika uses her skill, the skill points don't go down. And then suddenly this combo skill appeared. I think it's interesting. A lot of you are saying it's a HI3 mechanic. I think it's quite cool. So this kind of implies that your team comp, you want a team comp that tries to activate the combo skills as much as possible. Your team comp is all about combo skills, basically. And you will pair all the people together that has that sort of comp. It doesn't switch characters. No. You switch the character with a different button. So you see on the bottom left, you see this like Q looking button. You switch when you are in the middle. So this is like the main person that you control, whereas the other three people support you in terms of like an auto DPS, and then afterwards they will also stand by if there's any combo skills or if you want to use their skills. So the main person that you use to hit is this person, and then everybody else supports. You can switch that main person at any point in time. Yeah, she does a combo, then she does a combo. It feels like there are some combos that are not quick time though. Like, you see, Pelika's one is a quick time, Administrator one is a quick time. But do you see Chen? Chen's one seems automated. Like, I don't think that's her regular attack. I feel like something triggered her to attack. Oh, is it because they trigger her skill? Ah, okay, my bad. Wait, it's that fast? Holy fuck. Wait, what? That's like instant. You press 3 and Chen comes in. But I have an issue with this. So you're not allowing me to choose which enemy to hit. Is that not bad? Because what if there are enemies that I think I should prioritize first? Because maybe they hit tougher, for example. Or I want to kill small fry before big fry. Right? Or is it, do enemies have taunt level? You think the R button does that? Yeah, we didn't really see the R button in play. Then kill the one you want to kill first. No, what we're saying is there a way to do it? Well, there's a marker on top of the enemy. Oh, wait, yes, you're correct. There is a marker on top of the enemy. No, so there's a way to control. But we're not seeing what that way is. Because you see, WASD and mouse. WASD is probably movement, right? And then mouse is camera. How do you switch target? Oh, maybe it's a single button. Wait, R. R is the button above D. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe R is switch targets. No, but R is scan. We're not seeing the button here, basically. I think there's a button. Okay, so you see this? They have a triangle now. So yeah, there's a little arrow on this enemy. So it tells you that the current priority is this one. Does the arrow change at any time? No. In this scenario, no. Let's see the other one. When they had the tower fight. When did they have the tower fight here? Let's see if the arrow changes at any point. So yeah, there's an arrow there now. I mean, it's the only target. When the enemies first spawn, the arrows take some time to generate. But yeah, you can see that the arrow swaps very quickly to the next enemy. Let's just assume that there's a way to switch target, because if not, the arrow will be there for nothing, I would assume. It should make good sense that you can switch it somehow. Okay, we'll see. Anyways, dodging through sprinting. Characters can now dodge by sprinting. I'm happy with this change. The curious change is I can dodge as a main character. How does how does everybody else dodge? Do they need to dodge? Or do they dodge by themselves? Wait. Let's see this part where we... Oh no, she got hit. Let's see one where the dodge was successful. And she got hit, so she didn't dodge there. Okay, we'll figure that out in the game somehow. They probably will just have less aggro. Okay. Elements such as an aggro line from the previous version have been removed or adjusted. Teammates are now more proactive and use evasions to draw enemy attack. Use evasion to draw enemy attack. So my units are actually bait. Can I show you guys something? Wait. I watched one of my... While I was making the Endfield video, I saw a clip of mine during the technical test. And it was quite funny. Wait. Is it here? It was the Fial fight. As in, when I had Fial and I was fighting that handless boss. Where does the handless boss appear? Oh, no, not the handless one, the headless boss. Oh, wait, guys, y'all should rewatch this stream and go watch the survey. I also went to watch the part where I did the survey, and oh my god, was I harsh. I was like, for what it is. So beating the game up. I would have been cancelled if I launched that as a video. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're too harsh." No, you can't say that. It's hyperglyph. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Everyone's gonna call. Well, what's the term for hyperglyph haters? We don't have that yet. Hyper haters. Oh, I don't even know where the part is. Oh, I've lost it. You guys need to find it yourself. Okay, the clip is basically... I was using the fact that my units can bait the attack, and the entire time, I think I just screamed, bait him. As I watched the boss just follow my units that was trailing me behind. I was just running around with my main character. I mean, whatever that they do with the AI of my teammates, I hope they do it properly. And not make it look dumb. Dev is thinking how to make a better team collab combat. Can teammates recognize your possible forward path and actively step aside to make way for you? When teammates are present on screen during combat exploration, how can we ensure that they fit harmoniously in the scene? How can the people in the scene avoid being too visually overwhelming and still have enough presence to be meaningful? The challenge here lies in creating a cross-system personalized interactions between teammates, the players, and the scene, all without breaking the characters' established personalities. The goal is to make it feel like they're real and helpful companions who contribute. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem that some of you have, right? That is, you don't like the feeling that the 3 people follow you around everywhere. Some parts feels nice. Like if you see the way that they cutely farm together with you, like this scene, or they mine together with you, it feels nice. But I don't fully like the part where they all like run around with me everywhere. And then there's also the part where if you saw the ship scene, the little boat, oops, my boat, where they just pans to the 3 of them standing there. Like, I wish there was more life, more interactions with this part. You know, maybe instead of them standing, they're just sitting by the boat, or the chatting with each other. But it's not easy though. It's really not easy to deliver that extent of life within a game. But it's nice that they're considering it. We want players to notice in the second beta test that we've put a lot of thoughtful improvements into the behavior patterns of the teammates. Our hope is that this presentation will inspire confidence. Wait, guys, this is a nice line. 我们希望玩家能够通过二测版本看出我们在队员行为模式上有很多改进的 What the hell is this word? 巧思能够相信这部分的呈现会持续改进 Okay, yeah, I mean it's translated properly. What I mean when I say this line is important is they're not saying that they're happy with it. Like they're not saying that this is the extent they want it to be. They want it to be even better than that. You know, they ask for your confidence that it will be much better than even what you're seeing. So yeah. Have I played a Xenoblade game? No, I've actually not played a Xenoblade game. I didn't know that Xenoblade had a team following you. I think this game is inspired by a lot of games, truthfully. Like, I think they take inspiration from Destiny, they take inspiration from Xenoblade. I was quite certain was an inspiration because they've been hiring so many VAs from Xenoblade. You know, they probably took inspiration from Monster Hunter as well. You know, and everywhere, which is great. About level design, many areas of Endfield feature unique gameplay mechanics and stunning visual spectacles. If we were to compile all these mechanics into a fast-cut montage, it would surely be breathtaking. We offer a wide variety of dungeons and teams, including but not limited to basic mechanics like parkour and platform jumping, such as a host of quirky and unconventional puzzles. I like that. I like unconventional puzzles. I don't like boring puzzles. Please entertain me, Hypergriff. Please make them fun. There is a puzzle here. Hey, no, not this. There was a puzzle in the demo, but they didn't play the puzzle. It's this scene. I realized that this was meant to be a puzzle. Because if you all see all the platforms, like they're actually there for a reason. Like, it's probably to collect this thing. But yeah, there's a lot of them everywhere. About automated industry complex system. The base building system has been optimized for smoother top-down quick construction. So they're talking about the top-down perspective, allowing players to plan their bases more intuitively. Okay, not all players, by the way, because base building is not something that everybody likes to do. But for anybody who loves base building, yes, this is the way to go. The current version introduces combat facilities and a corresponding base defense gameplay, where towers play a significant role, integrating base building into the combat experience. But they don't mean base defense as defending my base, right? I feel like they meant it as the fact that you can bring it with you to the battle. I mean, I don't mind if it was base defense. That's fun, but we didn't see that in the gameplay demo. Additionally, players can use the industrial construction system to strategically place combat facilities on the map to clear enemy. Oh, wait. No, this line is different from this line. Wait. We're gonna get. We can offense and defense in this game? Huh? Actually, Arknights? Because this line says that you can place the combat facilities when you attack enemies. So you get both sides. You go out to attack enemies, you can bring the towers with you, but you can build the towers within your own base. Wait, y'all get the idea? So this part, yes, you guys have seen the part where you can build a tower and attack an enemy spawn point. But the saying there will be the system where you have to protect your own base. Yes, so raids can happen. We're playing Clash of Clans. RA is real. This game is like everything in one. Holy fuck. Yeah, it is reminiscent of Factorio, because Factorio does that as well. Yeah, I think this is gonna be super, super fun. I'm gonna love it a lot. I don't mind getting raided. However, these facilities have placement limit and contribute to the total power consumption, meaning players can't cover the entire map with turrets for full power. So, full conquering of territory is impossible, is what they're saying. Will the AIC system be too heavy for an anime multi-platform game? There seems to be a growing notion that anime mobile gamers are gradually paying less attention. I need to charge my watch. Hold on. Are paying less attention to and discussing gameplay. What an interesting statement. 现在好像存在一种说法是，二次元手玩，元手游玩家对玩法的关注和讨论在 what the hell is this word? 莫见作低 Is it more? No idea. This is likely the result of market trend over a long period and doesn't necessarily mean that players don't want or to enjoy new game experiences. Wow. Wow. That is a fucking significant statement. He's basically because that's the trend. I'm so sorry, okay? As much as you guys are looking forward to Ananta, and as much as you guys are looking forward to Neverness, I love those games. They look visually fantastic, but you cannot fault me to say that it just looks like another game that will replace the game that you're already playing. You know, what they're saying right now is they don't believe that you need to keep copying what other games are doing. They want to do something that is themselves. Continuously updating and exploring fresh, interesting gameplay has always been the core principles, starting with Arknights. Hypergraph has a quote, has a motto in their company, and I resonate so much with that motto because it just tells you so much about what kind of company you're supporting. Let me just boot that up because I have it as a photo. My photo album is loaded. Hold on. Ah, yes. Wait, did I take this as a picture? I took it as a picture. So their motto is keep sorry, keep creating novel and unique games. This is what their company runs by. And they have another motto, which is push the boundaries of gaming. Like this is the company thing that they say to every of their workers. But if you're wondering where this is from Hypergrace Recruitment in Singapore when they wanted to recruit people to work in their company. So fascinating. We've been committed to this ever since. With Endfield, the integrated industry system offers a high degree of expandability, laying a solid foundation to future gameplay innovations. You just ask, will it feel too heavy? I'd say the potential audience for such gameplay is actually quite large. Successful examples are like Factorial, Dyson Sphere program, and industrial mods like Minecraft have all been validated by the market. The key lies in whether enough effort has been put into it, whether the learning curve is reasonable, and whether players can enjoy a smooth onboarding experience. Wow, it sounds like you're learning from Arknights. Enfield will continue to optimize this system to lower its entry barriers, making it easier for players to grasp what we believe is genuinely fun. After all, we must create something that we ourselves enjoy, and then we, our players, will enjoy it too. Sounds like me and content creation as well. They're not afraid. They believe in this game. They 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 will do whatever it takes to make this game work. It is so cool. I mean, there is the biggest challenge, I think. Because, you see, it's not to say they don't want a big player base. They also don't care that it's everybody in the world. But they do want a substantial amount of player base that they find to be successful. And they are working towards making that number of players they want to capture come into the game. So, yeah. Dev team are optimizing the scene using a balance of PBR, physical-based rendering for realistic textures, and NPR, non-photorealistic rendering. The art design of Endfield continues to emphasize the textured anime-inspired realistic style, inheriting the unique aesthetic tone of Arknights. Okay, this is a continuation of this part. Lowlight said, the art direction of Endfield continues to explore the possibilities of merging realism with fantasy. By constantly refining 3D technology, we're better equipped with this goal. Since the art of Arknights has been widely praised, we're committed to carrying forward its strongest aspects, ensuring the IP maintain its persuasive appeal across all dimensions. The art design of Endfield retains the textured anime-inspired realistic style, inheriting the unique aesthetic tone of Arknights. However, pursuing realism comes with its challenges, especially when transitioning to 3D, as it introduces additional factors to consider. How can the distinctive character expression from 2D illustrations be carried over into 3D? We've put a great deal of effort into this, striving to preserve the Arknight's flavor while ensuring designs translate smoothly to 3D medium. For example, Enfield's character design further emphasizes differences in factions and social status, with more realistic occupational attributes reflected in clothing and weapons. They really care. Take Belika's weapon as an example. During the technical test, she uses an ordinary staff, but this has been updated to a feathered short staff because she's a liberi. This change reflects both the general weapon adjustments for caster classes and her role as the player's assistant, where her design required more distinctive features. The current short staff not only functions as a signature pen for editing documents, but can also extend as a virtual screen to act as a tablet. It's these kind of intricate details that makes the design stand out. Oh, no, I have a problem. So Pelika has a unique weapon. And probably every character has a unique weapon. So how do I obtain this unique weapon? And then, is it gacha? Is it built? Is it given from the start? And does that mean if I don't use that weapon and I switch it to something else, I'm not going on the proper build, basically. See? That's a big question when you read this part, right? Because clearly everybody has their own unique weapon, and clearly you can attach weapons to the game. You think it's just visual? Yeah, I do think it's visual as well. Actually, let's relook at the weapon screen again. Let's see this. So you see, she's got a weapon. At what point do you... Okay, there you go. Oh, no, but that's the skill. No, I want to see the screen where you select the weapons. I mean, they've never really selected the weapon, per se. Where is it? I remember there was like a sub-screen that they showed in the gameplay. Oh, this one. Wait. Wait. You... What? You can't choose... You can't choose a weapon. The weapon doesn't have its own screen. This is potential. This is... It's the second one though. The second one is the skills. See, this tab is the menu. Wait, this one is the... Oh, this is the weapon. They gave the weapon its own screen. Wait, fuck me. You're seeing this, right? Weapons have a potential. Weapons have a rarity. Weapons have a level. But weapons have this. That looks like a relic or an artifact. This has a lock button, so it means that this is changeable. You can change the weapon. Oh yes, yeah. Okay, this says change. So you will have multiple weapons. But then, oh, that does imply that there is a weapon banner, no? But if there's potentials, it's weapon better, don't you think? Well, whatever is the case, they need to do it properly.
该活动一下了。
No, Pelika's weapon is not shown. But by the way,
该活动一下了。
wait, just a quick thing about this. The sword that she's holding. Oh wait, oh yeah, I can see from person to person. Do their animations match the weapon that they hold? So let's see like
就
Pelika.
是这样，
Does her weapon here match?
和往常一样。
What the hell is your weapon? What in the ball is that?
放松点。
No, the animations don't match.
正在待命。
Yeah, and he's not holding a gun here. There's no gun attached to him, so the weapons don't interact with the character. Because if there's a weapon, okay, on the basis that a weapon banner exists, I would have actually said, if the weapons changes the way my character behaves, I would have liked that.
听您的安排。
Okay, whatever. Hypergriff, you better pull this off well. Whatever that you do with this weapon stuff. Dev Team wants to retain the gentle yet profound character temperament that defines Arknights in Endfield as well. The character design of Endfield inherits the design philosophy of Arknights, meticulously balancing black, white, and grey tones, accented with high purity saturated colours. By combining different materials, the designs not only convey a sense of uniformity or faction identity, yeah, I can see that, but also highlights the individuality of the character. The Endfield team has delved deeply as to how to achieve and express this aesthetic in a 3D game. For example, they dynamically simulate the painterly brushstroke effects in the 2D illustrations within 3D models. This approach is one of the team's technical strengths. For individual characters, brushstroke effects are simulated onto 3D models, but these effects are not static. They change dynamically with lighting and viewer's perspective. This technology enhances the dimensionality of the character presentation, bringing the texture of Arknight's illustrations closer to life in 3D. Considering the integration with the overall environment and the expression of world building, the characters in Endfield maintain a significant degree of realism in their costume and weapon designs, as well as the rendering style. In fact, it could be said that Endfield is one of the most realistic. I'm gonna agree with that. Okay, if there's anybody out there that says this is cap, fuck them. You cannot. I genuinely do think this is the most realistic looking game I've seen in terms of this anime genre and in the world environment they built. I wouldn't have said that in the technical test, but yeah, not 100% agreeing. What do you think looks more realistic? Is that okay? Maybe not gacha game. Let's say premium game. Which premium game feels? Oh, but there's a challenge. Yeah, you could say Nier feels that way. Monster Hunter doesn't feel that way. But yeah, Nier is quite a good one. Cyberpunk? Not wrong. Yeah, Cyberpunk is also pretty decent. Gacha games, probably not, I would say. We refer to this as realistic anime style. This is specifically reflected in elements such as natural, cool-tone color palette that mirrors the textures in the real world, the emphasis on realistic material expression, practical design elements, and post-apocalyptic inspired costume designs. You know, I'm going to love this so much. Like, I'm going to love that they care a lot about making whatever characters they release, the costumes that they wear, what they get to do to feel a lot more real. Because that's one of the biggest one of the biggest praises that people are giving, right, for all the characters over here. Like this texture look, this like leather, the soft fabric kind of feel, like you can really feel it even from just looking at it, which I think is wonderful. But the scene art, We aim to create environments that are truly convincing. The art direction leans more to realistic atmospheric settings inspired by the subdued yet menacing tension seen in Denis Villeneuve. Sicario. Additionally, later scenes draw from the visual atmosphere of exceptional Chinese wuxia films, such as Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragons, and House of Flying Daggers. In terms of scene design, we've used a distinct design language to differentiate between natural environments and human-made structures. Natural environments strive to replicate a real-world geography, with realistic lighting, road proportions, vegetation heights, and other elements that closely mirror the real world. On the other hand, human-made structures such as Endfield bases or enemy strongholds are designed with practicality, minimalism, and symbolic representation to evoke a sense of futurism. On the realistic foundation, we then incorporate the fantastical elements of Arknights. For example, the Chinese-inspired setting of Chapter 2, Hongshan, does not simply replicate a specific ancient style. Oh, wait, my beta test gonna have Chapter 2? Okay. Instead, we extract and adapt certain features of traditional Chinese architecture, imagining how its design principles and construction logic might evolve in a modern context. After all, the world of Enfield is not a primitive one. It requires a sense of modernity. Hongshan is the bamboo forest. Yeah, I'm quite aware. Hongshan is probably the greenery area. So we get a new place to play in the beta test. Holy crap, the beta test will have so much play hours. Will I be able to complete the game when, like, 1 is during AK anniversary, 2 is during when I have a job? I might not even be able to finish the beta test. Because I think the original beta test can already make me play for like 30, 40 hours. Sorry, not beta test, but technical test. Like, if you give me one chapter 2 in, that's like, what, time 2? 60 hours. Oh god. In the industrial, I need sleep. I can't not sleep. In the industrial areas of Hongshan, players will notice many details like Chinese character slogans distilled from everyday life. Doesn't that feel familiar and relatable? I believe that Chinese characters are the essence of Chinese civilization. While their visual presentation evolves, their core meaning remains timeless. As Chinese players, we can instantly recognize and resonate with them. Using Chinese characters as strong visual symbols is part of our modernized design approach. Truthfully, we already implemented this concept in Arknights, and now we're continuing and expanding on it. Ultimately, our goal is simple: to ensure that characters, regardless of the setting, provide players with a harmonious and authentic experience. I wish it wasn't China at first, but I'm not gonna fault them, because it was the same thing that I said. Wait, I didn't ask you guys this question. Did Watering finally escape from China? Because that was what happened for them. Where are they going to in 2.0? They're going to Italy. Wait, so the entire version 1 was China and Watering. How old is Watering? How old is Watering? 0. Oh my god, they stayed in one region for 6 months. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not gonna lie. That's the thing I'm also curious about for AK. What's their region timeline that they're gonna play? Enfield uses Unity, but Hypergraph fully modified the engine from the very bottom. We've made significant modifications to Unity to allow the game to handle more content, essentially rebuilding both the underlying rendering framework and the upper level rendering pipeline from scratch. You could say that we've retained Unity's architecture, editor, and tools, but we've restructured most of its core components and content. In particular, we've completely overhauled the graphics rendering system. At the engine's core, we've adopted a data-oriented approach, which makes the handling of the game components far more efficient. Additionally, we've reconstructed the graphics API layer to meet the performance demands of our game. One of the most notable improvements is the implementation of seamless maps. In last year's technical test, transitioning between different levels in Valley 4 required loading screens. Did it? Yes. For the second beta test, we've switched to seamless loading, which required us to rebuild the underlying framework of the scene pipeline, along with the toolchain and development workflow. By leveraging our proprietary large-scale terrain processing solution, so many words, will significantly improve loading efficiency and scene smoothness. As a result, the entirety of Valley 4 is now a seamless super large sandbox map, allowing players to freely explore without any loading interruptions. Valley 4. What was Valley 4? What is Valley 4? Was Valley 4 the... Was it the Query? I'm thinking it's the Query map, where there were like a lot of upper levels and lower levels. Oh, Valley 4 is the first map? Strange. Okay. We've also developed our cross-platform lighting and shadow technology. In some games, dynamic shadows disappear when you look in the distance, but in our game, the entire scene, including close-ups and even ultra-distant views, is rendered with fully dynamic lighting and shadows! Oh! I cream! Oh, I'm so sorry. For example, in the factory building gameplay, we've applied a series of proprietary technical solutions, optimizing and refining it with ECS-based data rendering techniques. The lighting and shadows in the factories are also fully dynamic, ensuring a consistent and immersive visual experience. I mean, yeah, if I get to look into mountains and the mountains still generate shadows, that's lovely. Hypergriff built a special sound effect team for Enfield to record real-world sounds and accurately integrate them into the team. Okay, when I was watching this, right, I was listening to how loud this bugger's footsteps were.
有强敌，
Wait,
谨慎
wait,
应对。
This realistic, don't get me wrong. But as someone who's sensitive to everything around me, I think that will get in my ears. I think they need to dial it down. It feels a bit too loud. Like, it's a bit too loud over this, like,
我知道这东西
supposedly scenic world.
但又觉得十分玄乎。
You can... Sadly, the sounds are not adapted to what he stands on, though. I mean, that's a bit asking too much, not gonna lie. So, I'm not, like, against it, but, like... Actually, no, there is a difference. You know, you can hear the difference. There is. When he runs across the different boards, there's a different sound. Yeah, here. Yeah. Oh. Well, they care. Grass sounds different. Let's listen to grass. Ooh, stone. Platform. Okay, wait, and then grass. Immersion. Anyways, in terms of sound effects, we've especially assembled a Foley team. A Foley team is basically like in the movies, they have like the sound effects team and then they use various objects to create the sound. So they really hired like specialized people where when they see they will watch the scene, and as they see, like for example, they see the guy running or if they see like the sword clashing, they will very quickly mimic that sound. To record real-world sounds and accurately integrate them into the game, such as the friction of leather. Oi, oi, oi! Oh, let me hear that leather rub against my thing. The clinking of metal, and even the sound of fabric swaying in the wind. Oh! These sound effects are not only simply... Guys, I couldn't figure a better word. I'm so sorry. I left it to interpretation. I meant like whatever, there's no way to save it. Layered together, but are dynamically matched with the character's movements, emotions, and environmental changes. Emotions? We aim to immerse players in the details and create a truly convincing experience. Hypergraph wants the Endfield dev team to become one of the most special game developers that truly contributes to game innovation. If you're creating something ordinary and something that's already been done by others, then being an ordinary person or just someone with relative experience is usually sufficient. But what we've realized in the course of this project is that if you want to create something truly unique, something that can be genuinely called original, then you need to be a unique person yourself, someone with strong opinions, or even what could be called uncommon talent, because there's no one who can definitively tell you what's good or bad. You must have faith in the direction you've chosen. I believe that players are also in pursuit of novelty. In this sense, our team's goals are very much aligned with theirs. Players want to revisit familiar and polished gameplay experiences, but they also crave for something unique, something they've never encountered before. This is the fundamental motivation behind our decision to combine factory simulation elements with RPG mechanics and innovate on that foundation. Innovation is no longer just a creator's aspiration for their work. It's something that the market increasingly demands. Simply improving production standards is no longer enough to satisfy today's players. So, whether you want to or not, if you aim to achieve something in the current market, you must create something that is uniquely yours. Wow. Okay. What an interview. Okay. Let me. I did manage to discuss this in the previous stream, but you will hear this in the coming video, so I shall not over tease what I want to say in that video. Endfield as a game, a lot of people are on this direction or perspective that you want to see me in an interview with Lowlight in the future. I tell you what I need to do. Number one, I need to improve my Chinese for a year. Next year, be prepared. I'm going to launch a video that says I relearned Chinese for 3 months, and then you'll see if I'm successful or not. Okay? I've already prepared you guys. That is a content video of the year. Like, it's going to be like, I relearned Chinese so that I can meet Lowlight. What a good video idea. Do a whole video in Chinese. Oh, goodness sake. Okay, whatever that is. Now, a lot of people complain that the base building element of AK doesn't feel like, sorry, not AK, but Endfield. Feels like it's going to be a turn off. You know, and you can clearly see they want that in the game. But, counter to what a lot of people are saying, where they feel like the base building is going to be a chore, meaning, shit, I have to build everything out, I have to settle everything, lay it all out, I have to learn the plans, the formulas. The thing is, what Hypergraph is trying to do in this RPG game is that they want to change your gameplay loop. If you think of the gameplay loop of, say, Watering and Genshin, right? Your daily process, what do you have to do? Deal with a daily quest, right? Go into all of the ways to spend your sanity, your energy, rather. And then go around the world, collect. Go collect this material, mine, hit some enemies, gather this material. Now, their intention with Endfield, rather, is instead of making you do the whole same walk around, take a certain route kind of formula, what if we made it such that you build the base, okay? It takes effort, sure, but can you bear yourself to do that for a day such that because you've done this, in the next many days that you've done this, you no longer have to collect that material anymore. Because what you've done is you've collected an ore collector in a certain part of the world, right? Now you don't have to go there. Now the thing gets it for you. What they're trying to do is to remove the mindless farming element of the RPG game. That it feels like it's a chore at first, but then now you just think, like, every material that you had to collect in Genshin, in Watering, What if you no longer need to collect? You don't have to collect them anymore. All you need to do now is plant a little tower on the thing, and you forever get it. Like, how is that not something that feels nice to people? You see? Then there's the question of, okay, then now explain to me how that whole factory building part where you build all the rails is supposed to be fun for me, right? In the game itself, you also have to like merge materials to make higher tier stuff, right? So right now what they're saying is, rather than to have just a simple screen where it's just, oh, okay, fine, I got material A, material B, merge becomes this higher tier stuff. That's all that we're gonna do. Now they're saying, what if I give you a little bit of that game feeling, where it's like you build two factories that has those two materials, you combine them, you put them into one, and it'll produce that material for you. And it doesn't just produce that material for you, it automatically goes into your inventory. And now you don't have to revisit that menu to build that formula again, right? Every single time you log in and you're like, oh shit, I'm missing this weird blue material. And you have to revisit every single time to generate 10 copies, generate 10 copies. But no, now because you've built the base, you don't have to generate it anymore. You just produce it. And it's already in your inventory. So building people, building weapons, building armor, everything is automated. And then they now also added the idea where materials will not just end at character building, right? Yes, you level up your characters. Yes, you level up their weapons. And there is a chance that you might have some attachments, you know, in the form of the armor, in the form of the relics and stuff. But as we've seen in the technical test, these things can be craftable. And they don't just make those things craftable, they also make towers craftable. Right? You don't. I just describe time-gated progression with extra steps. Yeah, in a way, I think it's kind of strange. Is it more of a chore? Or is it less of a chore because it feels like you're adding more fun? And then fun is subjective at the end of the day. How are they going to reconcile the online and offline nature of gachas versus single-player factorials? I think that's what I'm quite curious about, which is the base element of the game will still be a struggle to convince people. But the sort of idea to convince people is like the way that I described, which is, what if everything was automated? But we know for certain that not 100% of the materials in the game are automated. Endfield will have a niche player base. Actually, I'm going to argue this. I don't think Endfield will have a niche player base. I'm actually suddenly confident that Endfield will have a very sizable player base that's comparable to some of the big games today. Like, I think it takes some effort to convince, but I don't think it'll take long. I feel. To me, the biggest way, it will not be the next Genshin. Genshin will be unbeatable for history of time. Like I said, because Genshin has the benefit that everybody in the world have free time to play. You know, but yeah, you feel like anime open world hype has died down recently. No, I don't think it's died down. It's just died down from Genshin times. But Genshin's time were on normally to begin with. I feel like anime open world hype has always been the same. The only problem was it peaked because everybody was free to join in on that. You know. But yeah, clearly this game will have competition with other of the games that were released in the
I
year.
think
You
that
think the
type of farming is a good thing because
good,
I'll
because you
actually
play the
play
game
the
rather than
game
grinding the
rather than
game.
grinding the game. I'm really interested into endgame content.
Yeah. Okay, I cannot confidently say that this is correct because I see of it as they are removing the grind element of the game. And the turning what sounds like grind into automation. And automation is earned by you playing the game. So we'll have to see how that kind of turns out. What do you ask over on YouTube? Will everyone be able to play the beta test? No. Selected. Balloting. You hope they make the farming super fast and put the time investment requirement into base building instead. Like you want it to 3 days to raise a character and 3 months to build a base. Oh, that's a bit weird of a ratio. I see of it as okay. Let me tell you what's a good ratio in terms of the base building and then character building and how much you can play and explore the world. I feel like base should be buildable in a day or 2 days maximum. And then when it comes to character building, because you've built the base within that 1 to 2 days, then every other day you live off of the fact that you have that pure materials coming into your inventory. Thereafter, every other day that you put into base is like a reward. So in a way, you build the base in order to necessarily survive in the game. What I mean by that is that for people who don't want to play the game with the base, it's like because I've done the minimum, this is enough for me to fight, But they will of course receive less rewards in a way. Like they'll receive less materials in the day because they didn't fully expand. But does that mean their gameplay is screwed? No, they just get less for a period of time. And then it's things like you want to bring a tower when you go into your fight, right? You might have players that don't want to do that. They're lazy. They just want to combat only. They don't see the point of the tower. But then there's others of us that say, hey, bringing a tower, being able to make food for my characters, that looks fun. Then that becomes more of an option to do it rather than it is a must to do it. I feel like if you do that game that way, then the game will feel a lot more comfortable for any type of player to play. That is like the people who wants to explore the depths of the base will be rewarded in their own way for doing it. And the people who don't choose to explore that deep into a base will not be punished for it. Y'all get the idea? Does this genre of game make the game shine, or does it make a particular genre shine? Oh, wow. Haha. Hey, you gave me such a philosophical question. How do you come up with that question? I'm gonna say both, actually. Like, the same way that Arknights made tower defense look like a fantastic genre, I think... But AK didn't really shine because of the genre. Weird. Actually, no, I'm leaning more into the second one. I think it will make a particular genre shine. I think it's like, we've never seen factory building fused into an action-based game. And the merging of the two is going to be so interesting to see in the long run. That it's more like factory building has already been a brilliant genre, but now you're feeding it to a bigger public. That you're trying to make people who once don't enjoy that genre to say, hey, actually, I don't mind it if it was presented this way. So I will say, yeah, it will make a genre shine. You do want to spend more time in base building and characters? I mean, I think imagine some of you. Wait. Let's do a random poll, both YouTube and Twitch. Who's scared of base building? As in, you don't have to say the reason. When I say scared, it's like you're scared that you won't like it. You're scared that it's too hard. Like, who here feels like it's going to be something that will stop you from the game? It's okay if you say me, but wait. Is chat special? Why is no one saying me? What the hell? No, are people saying me just because I said me? What the heck? How is it that hundreds of you here are comfortable with base? I'd imagine that a good number of you wouldn't be. That some of you are seeing it as a new experience. Oh, it's okay, but it's not what you're looking for in the gacha game. Interesting. It's because we're all AK players, so you guys think that it will be good. Yeah, I think that's the whole point. That is like, they just need to figure a way to make what always looked like a daunting niche category to tell other people that, hey, you might not have liked it when it's presented on its own, but then now let's put it in this version. Would you like it if it was this way? So I think let's just save it for them to hope that they do a brilliant presentation out of it, I would say. Like I'm pretty excited really for what Endfield is going to become, and hopefully you guys are too. Now I'll make a different commentary video to discuss as to like the idea of whether this game is something that a lot of people enjoy, small group of people enjoy, or how do you know if you enjoy it? I think. You're even expecting like a command and conquer like gameplay. Don't you think that the gameplay is already very command and conquer like when you say it that way? Once they said that you can bring the towers with you, I was like, this is reminding me of my RTS days. It doesn't feel in C&C. Wait, I'll just say this. Knowing them, they will make a certain part of the game feel C&C. Because they did state that base defense is a thing. I'm really certain that they will also figure ways to introduce new game modes. If they can put game modes in Arknights, they'll put game modes in this game. And that is like, holy fuck, man. No, oh my god. Yeah, it's literally in Hypergraph to innovate and do crazy stuff every year. I mean, you've seen in AK where IS is released, RA is released, SSS is released, right? And you're guys gonna see new shit drop. I think that's wait. Let me just say that's one of the last few big things that I'm so excited for this game, because this is Hypergraph, right? They won't do like boring ass events. You know, when I say that, I'm speaking of things like Wind Bloom Festival, or like random rhythm game, or they won't like do some random tower defense out of nowhere. You know, they might still do mini events. Don't get me wrong, okay? But like, I'm pretty certain they will make events fun in their way. There might be failure of events, but yeah, I really foresee that they will do some really, really big stuff. Oh yeah, they invented the new auto chess thing. You just reminded me that the auto chess is one of the game modes.
Kucky, I have a question my friend asked me yesterday.
Yeah.
Is base fixed to
Will
be
we
in
get side stories in
particular
Enfield?
place,
We
or
don't
you
know.
can choose where is it to place?
But did they just say chapter 1 and chapter 2? Which makes me think there will be side stories. I mean, that's a typical formula. But I wonder how they'll pull it off.
How
If
many
like I get
download
tower
in 1
defense
month
within this
would you
3D
guess for
game,
Arknights
I'll
F global
quite enjoy
release?
it, I would say. As in like a sudden proper tower defense map that you get to play. It'll be quite cool as well. Okay, wait. Now that I'm done with the interview, I need to discuss this because I've been seeing this sentiment, and I want to hear the sentiment from you guys. You're gonna find this very funny. Okay, I've heard of these words, but I am like 80% sure I understand the meaning. So teach me, okay? What's the meaning of the word tourist in a gacha context? It means people who gets into a game and they're just trying the game because they got hit with an advert, but they might not like the game, right? Now, this term has been floating around ever since Endfield got announced. So tourist is just an alternative name for the word casuals. Why? So some people are saying that, because okay, this word is used in conjunction with the word gatekeep. And I'm seeing this quite a bit. Yeah, someone that doesn't really care about the game. Do I want this game to be gatekept? No. I've never wanted Arknights to be gatekept as well. I would have always loved that either games grow, because I just want a bigger player base, because I think the game deserves it. You know, I have a different kind of perspective or proposal to the idea of, you know, this gatekeeping and casual situation of a game, where tourist is usually referred in the community. Wait, I want to read that one. Referred to in the anime community. They act like anime fans, but they're not real friends, so they cause drama. Oh! It started as new players unfamiliar to the series, but bad actors changed it to normies getting in the game but are causing problems with the existing players. Oh, okay, understand. Okay, so let me tell you what's my different perspective towards gatekeeping people from playing the game. Because clearly, people from other games will get in, right? The Hoyoverse players will see this game and say, hey, actually, I grew up with some base building. Now that looks like a game I want to play, and they'll come in, for sure. You know, and likewise, all the other gacha games as well. There will be people who don't play Arknights who suddenly say this game looks like it for me. We're not in the position to stop them, but there is always the chance that there will be people with bad behaviors. The larger the community, the larger the proportion. Not say the proportion. I would say the proportion is always the same. It's just you'll see in bigger numbers. You know, if the way I like to think of every anime community or gacha community is that you could just label that 1% or 2% of the community will always be bad apples. And if you have a player base of 100,000 people, that's like 1,000 bad players, right? If you have a player base of 1,000,000 people, that's 10,000 bad players. So the problem when you have a very big community is that the percentage is the same. The number of bad players is just bigger when the game grows. And that gives you the impression that a community is bad. You know, a lot of the times we like to label that Hoyoverse community is bad and Wuthering Waves community is bad. Seldom you hear that in the form of smaller game titles. And that's just simply because the number of people are just less. You know, when it comes to like the smaller communities, there's less troublemakers. And of course, then we don't get the bigger labels that other of these games have. But even for other these games, you need to realize that it's the normal thing. You know, you're always going to get bad players, and the bigger you are, the more that you see. So you cannot just generalize that as the entire community is bad. But the point I'm trying to make here is that for whatever people that we get into Endfield, I feel that whether it's myself as a content creator, and if anybody else have some form of influence, I think it's on the duty of us that we need to promote a positive environment. You know, I think one of the major things that I stayed true within AK as far as I can is to not spread any very, very bad negativity within the space. You know, yes, time to time, some drama happens, I'll talk about it, but I've never made it the main content. There are people who feed into that type of content, right? In the case of in AK, we have some creators that love to thrive on like satirical news. What's the word for it? Whatever it is, you know. And there are people who like to make like videos that are simply there just to catch the attention of people when it's not the best. So whatsoever that it is though, I think my own little goal, as much as a lot of other people will be coming into the game, is that I think of myself as someone who just wants to just stay in a way low. You know, low as in I will keep watch of other creators. You know, in fact, even before I end this stream, I was very tempted to watch how other creators have reacted to Enfield. But I can't watch it on YouTube, by the way, because I don't want to get claimed by them. I might have to only watch it on Twitch. So I might close the YouTube stream so that I can watch on Twitch. You know, I don't mind reacting for fun, but I don't like creating content out of that. Because I think the moment you create content, you're asking for word to go around. You know. So like when all of these other creators come in and you know that there will be some people who might not be the best in terms of messages that goes around. Sure, that happens, but I think at least in my own little power, I just think I won't play along with that, and I'll just go along and figure out what I want to do. Yeah. Why let the people online affect how you should enjoy the game? Yeah, I mean, social media is a very tiring place, and that's kind of why, at least my perspective of who I am is to not be a person who affects you even more. So yes. Would I ever collab with Mr. Poke? I don't know if he ever wants to. I don't have a space or a reason to collab with him right now. Because we don't play the same games. Yeah. So he's already complaining about base building mechanics. Oh, I'm so curious. I want to watch his reaction. You know. But don't worry, I won't make a big fuss out of it. I think it's just comical to watch people's reactions sometimes. So yeah. Okay, anyways. I could be a gateway for him. No. My gateway isn't for. I'm not planning to like exactly rope in all the other content creators. I think it's in their own decision to come into play. I think my biggest goal here is to just entertain the audience that I have and to just gather a bigger audience who are ready for this game. You know, I'm not gonna be the one to tell you guys, oh, this is the meta unit for the future. Do this, that kind of thing. I just want to make fun videos. That's all I want. So yeah. Okay. This should be good enough in terms of where I hold off on discussion. So let me just also mention this. Unless another gameplay video appears from now till the beta test, I don't think I will have any more streams related to Enfield. I think. So yeah, only if another if they do a demo for whatever reason, then I'll do another stream for Enfield. But if not, every other stream will be just AK and reverse as I want to do for them. Okay, because I basically filled my space for Enfield as much as I want already. I know Enfield is still gonna push out like advertisement and whatever, but those are like on and off. If I'm streaming, I'll just look at it. Okay. Right now, I want to watch some videos. So those of you on YouTube, if you want to join in on some reaction streams, I invite you to come to Twitch. Because again, I don't want to be claimed by any of the creators. So I will stop the stream on YouTube and I'll continue the stream for like another hour on Twitch. Okay. So yeah. Next stream, if I have time, I'll stream tomorrow. And I'll try to stream Arknights. I thought I was going to play Arknights today. I checked for so long. I'm probably not going to play Arknights. If I have time, I'll play Arknights tomorrow. But if not, then you will see me stream next week because I'm in Malaysia over this weekend. Unless I stream in Malaysia for whatever reason. But my plans, I don't think I'm going to stream in Malaysia. So yeah. Okay. If not, thank you, YouTube. See you all. Alright. Time to re-react Andy. First time I end a stream halfway over on one platform. Bye.